Stand up for the week, Jack Whitehall, Kevin Bridges, Andi Osho, Rich Hall, and our special guest, Tom Stade.
To Stand Up for the Week, I'm Patrick Kielty, and the big news, of course, this week is that I've managed to get my 300th friend on Facebook. Yeah. I was pleased with myself too. Then I opened the papers and I found out that Raoul Moat, formerly Britain's most wanted man, who shot 3 people, threatened police for a week, had the whole of Northumberland under the bed shitting themselves, hit a child, and then blew his face off, has 30,000 friends on Facebook this week. Where am I going wrong? Where am I know I've made mistakes. That's a real page, right? I feel as popular as Roman Polanski at a Hannah Montana gig. It's yeah. Yes, folks, this week, tributes, I kid you not, tributes poured in for Raoul Moat. Now, come on, let's actually put that in context, okay? This week in Spain, they were celebrating winning the World Cup. In this country, we're celebrating a dead gunman. Now, look, come on. I know that he was the only Englishman who managed to get 3 shots on target during the World Cup, but... people. The police hadn't a clue where he was until they actually brought in this expert and gave him choices of 2 places he might be hiding. Yeah, no, that's just a ridiculous idea, isn't it? If the police used an octopus to find a gunman, that's just stupid. That's like Paul Gascoigne turning up halfway through and offering to negotiate. That would never happen. What a relief that must have been for the police, eh? Don't worry, lads, Detective Inspector Gascoigne's here. From CSYI Pet. With a KFC and some Stella. Come on. Why did that happen? There's a ring of steel around the village. Locals are locked in their houses. 200 armed police all ready to fire. One false move and it's all over. And next thing, don't shoot, lads! I brought a picnic! The worst part of the whole thing for me was actually did anyone see the live coverage on TV? Sky News couldn't believe their luck. At one point, a reporter actually said, "It's an extraordinary scene. It's one I've never witnessed in my entire career." What? A Geordie face down at 1:30 in the morning with no coat threatening the police. Has he never been in a fucking stag night in Newcastle? By the end, they were actually making it sound like an X Factor final. We're live on Sky, it's almost 1 a.m. What a night it's been. 7 days, 3 shootings, 200 policemen, 1 gunman, but there can only be one winner. For someone, the journey will be over soon. The police are watching the gunman's watching the police, we're watching the police, watching the gunman, and you're watching on HD, which tonight stands for He's Dead. What an unbelievable night! Sky News! And then they go to a break. Have you been involved in an accident at work that wasn't your fault? Okay, time now for this week's celebrity news from a man who really is a credit to young people in Britain today. Yes, he's young, he's smart, he's handsome girls. He's just the type of boy that you'd love to take home to your mother. But you know that she'd want to shag him too, yes? Please welcome Jack Whitehall.
Evening. This week sees the release of Toy Story 3, yes. It's already had quite a lot of controversy, though, because Toy Story 3, right, a leading feminist magazine in the US, has accused it of being sexist because it does not have enough female characters in the core cast. Yes, I know. A group of lesbians having a go at plastic toys that move on their own. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. I think I agree with them, though. I think Toy Story does need a couple more women in it. Yes. I mean, for a start, who is going to clean Andy's room? They've also said they're remaking Mad Max. Unfortunately, not with Mel Gibson, obviously, because he's not going to be working for quite some time now. Mel Gibson's latest rant was just unbelievable. He called his wife a pig on heat and said that if she went out dressed like she was, she deserved to get raped. Chill out! And he's just completely lost it. But it did make me think, what other Mel Gibson films could you remake now that we know about this? I'd love to see the remake of What Women Want. What Women Deserve, no, Mel. Do not want that. He's also insulted practically every minority now. He's nearly done them all. He's done women, gay people, Jewish people. He always blames it on the same thing as well whenever he has one of those outbursts. He's always going, oh, it's because I'm drunk. What? That's not a known side effect of alcoholism, is it? Honestly, don't give me another gin and tonic. I get really blame the Jews for everything, eh? Imagine if Hitler had tried to pull that shit. If you're now, we have destroyed all of the Jews. What? Well, you told the story last night. I had been drinking Jägermeister. They've also released the trailer for the new Harry Potter film, the last one in the Harry Potter film, yeah. I think the films have been great of Harry Potter, and I get so pissed off by those people that do that thing where they go, oh, but of course the book is infinitely better than the film. No, it's not. And do you know why? Because it's a book. Yes, but you can use your imagination when you read the book. Yeah, and do you know what I imagine when I read your silly little book? A film. But it does bring me on to a broader point. There's no films for men anymore. That's the problem. And for, like, lads, you know. And it's in TV as well. TV is getting camper and camper. The most popular TV series in America is Glee, which is the gayest show ever. Yeah. We've got Gleeks in, yeah. Hey, I'll come clean with you. I'll come clean with you. I have watched Glee. I watched Glee a little bit. I have to be careful, though, watching around the house, because my dad does not approve of me watching something that is so camp and exuberant. I have to be careful. He nearly caught me watching it the other day, but it was all right, just in time. I managed to grab the remote and switch it over to hardcore pornography. He walked in, he was like, Jack, what are you doing? I'm watching heterosexual sex that has absolutely no musical-based element to it whatsoever, Father. I don't believe you. Don't stop believing. Oh, shit. Careful. There's nothing out there. That's the problem. What has happened to summer blockbusters? You've got things like Twilight films, Toy Story, Harry Potter. No! These aren't real summer blockbusters. I remember when a summer blockbuster was a real manly film. Now you're bollocks to the wall extravaganza. Things like The Rock and Face Off and Die Hard. I love Die Hard. A real film. You could go in and see that and you could feel like a man. Even if you're not a manly man like me or the gentleman here, we could feel... You laugh, this gentleman knows he's not a manly man. You wouldn't know where to start with bleeding a radiator, but I bet you make a fantastic bechamel sauce. Look, you can do it. You go see Die Hard 4, you come out of the cinema and you're pumped. You want to burn something or jump out of a moving car or kick a child in the face. You can't do that with the shit that they're pumping out now. You can't do that with Toy Story or Twilight or Sex and the City. Oh no, but Sex and the City has a really good message. Carrie is able to destroy temptation with love. Well, great. Bruce Willis destroys a helicopter with a taxi, you twat. You've been wonderful this evening. I've been Jack Whitehall. Good night.
Okay, time now for our next guest. He's the Andy Murray of mirth. He's the Johnny Wilkinson of jokes and the Stan Collymore of punchlines, folks. It's our World Cup correspondent. Please welcome Kevin Bridges.
How we doing? How we good? Everybody, hello. The World Cup is over. A few women cheering there and some metrosexual guys. Oh, too cool for football. The World Cup finished. Well done to Spain and Holland for dishing up a bloodbath for the World Cup final. It was great to see Howard Webb, England's Howard Webb, referee the World Cup final. Giving England an interest in the World Cup final, of course, also giving Scotland an interest in the World Cup final. So a little part of you dies inside when you're watching the World Cup final, purely hoping that the referee has a shite game. I hope he forgets the corner flags. I hope his whistle breaks. I hope he's not got enough change for the coin toss. And he did not disappoint, did he? Howard Webb. Did you see the Howard Webb? A man was kung fu kicked in the chest. And Howard Webb only dished out a yellow card. No, I think it's Howard Webb. He used to be a police officer, so he's got a higher threshold for violence than most of us. I think we should be pretty grateful that he's no longer a police officer. Now, with this kind of leniency on display, Howard Webb would probably let off Raoul Moat with a 70 quid fine for breach of the peace. But Spain won. Spain won the World Cup. Well done, Spain. Yes, congratulations, Spain. Spain are in a deep depression after the financial crisis. Economists saying that the World Cup win could help offset Spain's recession. I think they're getting a bit carried away. They won a football tournament. I don't think it's a solid economic base to offset a recession. Now, what's the plan? Put the trophy in an envelope and post it to cashforgold.com. Onwards for England. Fabio Capello's staying on. Is that a good thing? David Beckham, he ruled himself out of the job. Why was David Beckham even in South Africa? He's one of the guys that's left his job, but he still shows up every day. David, you don't work here anymore. Fuck off. He was supposed to be there as a mascot. He was a pretty disappointing mascot, wasn't he? I wanted to see him acting like a mascot. I don't think David Beckham should be allowed at a major sporting tournament again unless he's prepared to do laps of the park, waving at the fans whilst dressed up as a fucking squirrel. Now, Capello's strict regime, apparently it's all come out now that he didn't allow the players' wives and girlfriends in the team hotel. He imposed a sex ban on the players. He even installed cameras to spy on the players' bedrooms. I think it's a bit heavy-handed, isn't it? A bit intrusive spying. And I think you've done it the wrong way around as well. No, you allow the wives and girlfriends in the hotel. You lift the sex ban, and then you install the cameras. Otherwise, what is there to spy on? Oh, there's Wayne Rooney smashing a remote control off his head. Football. Now he's picking bits of fluff from his belly button. Now he's having a quiet snooze inside his tyre. And we've got Ashley Cole. Oh, he's looking at his mobile phone, masturbating to photographs of himself naked. And you compare this to my man of the tournament's preparation, my main man, Diego Maradona. He said the players, Maradona, there was no sex ban for the Argentina team. He said they can have as much sex as they want as long as the women are doing all the work. Oh, he just seen the World Cup like a massive stag do, didn't he? Here we've got a clip of Maradona with the Argentina team in one of their intensive training sessions. Some of the greatest players in world football preparing for the biggest tournament in world football by playing a game we played at school called Red Arse. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you for the good World Cup. Thanks for listening.
Here we come, Rich Hall and Andi Osho. We'll see. Welcome back. Still to come, we got Andi Osho and the fantastic Mr. Tom Stade. Okay, it's time now to welcome a resident asylum seeker, a man who's happy to point out the differences between our two great nations. Yes, We say potato, he says potato. He says tomato, we say tomato. He says BP oil slick, we say... Sorry about that. Please welcome Rich Hall!
What a wonderful week for Britain, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Now, I've always said that the fundamental difference between Brits and Americans is that Brits don't shoot you in the fucking head. Americans like to say, have a nice day, and then shoot you in the fucking head, right? Brits are in that gray area between not completely having a nice day, but not getting shot in the fucking head. No one would ever say to someone in Britain, have a nice day, because it's not fucking possible. Why wind someone up? If you said, hey, have a nice quarter of an hour, they go, oh, thank you very much, that's possible. But then after 15 minutes, something fucks up. You can have a nice quarter of an hour if you don't move, if you just stand in one place, and then hope they don't put scaffolding around you. So now, in some sort of tectonic shift towards America, twice this month, some nutcake with a fucking gun, up north, always in some place with Umbria in it, some fuckwit goes nuts and starts shooting people. Now, the difference is in America, that would have lasted 5 minutes before cops went in and went, stop or I'll shoot, fucker. Here, they managed to stretch it out to an entire fucking week. God bless you, British police. Started Saturday morning. By Monday afternoon, the headline in the Times read, police urge gunmen to give up. So does 99.6% of the population urge the fucking gunman to give up. Urge is not a police tactic. Fellas, Operation Urge doesn't seem to be working. We're gonna have to go to a code red. That's right, pretty please, with a cherry on top. Johnson, you move around the back for 3 minutes, distract him with some good-natured ribbing. Let's go! Now, here's another fundamental difference in motivation. Americans, there's a term called to go postal. And you probably heard that. Oh, you went a little postal? This came about because Americans can't handle the stress of work. Particularly, postal workers can't handle the stress of delivering the mail, so they go to work and shoot 8 or 9 of their workmates. This does nothing to relieve the stress or the workload. In fact, it adds to it. If you're gonna do anything, go shoot the fuckers you deliver the mail to, all right? How much stress can there actually be delivering the mail? Just put the letter through the mail slot and move on to the next porch, you bastard. Come on, we put numbers on the houses. What the fuck else can we do for you, pal? It's not like you're standing in the street with the mail every day going, Johnson, where do you live? You bastard, I'm gonna shoot you. In Cumbria, totally different reason. The guy did not shoot anyone because of an increased workload. He shot 3 of his fellow taxi drivers because they were taking fares at the back of the line. You understand the difference there? Americans, stress. Brits will shoot you because you jumped the fucking queue. Don't jump the queue. It's rude. There's procedure, for fuck's sake. Follow it. But you know what they say? Well, guns don't kill people, people kill people. The fuck they don't. Actually, it's bullets that kill people. You need a gun to shoot them, because if you just throw bullets at people, it's fucking annoying, isn't it? What the fuck are you doing? So actually, it's guns plus bullets kill people. It's actually people with a gun and a bullet in the gun kill people, provided they can aim. So it's basically a quadratic equation, and most people can't handle fucking advanced maths, so let's just say guns kill people, right? And the gun corporations, ladies and gentlemen, are astounding. Prepare to be stunned, my friend. You ready to be stunned? Put your stunned face on. Smith & Wesson, largest manufacturer of handguns in the world, also owns the Mr. Kipling's Cake Company. The fuck, who in their right mind? How? How did that, what kind of a sales meeting was that? Gentlemen, some people are not purchasing our shoot people in the head line of products. We feel we need to branch out, as this pie chart clearly shows. We do pie chart. That's it. Cakes, pies, pastries. Gentlemen, get on it. I wish you the best, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
There you go, folks. one more time, Rich Hall. Okay. Now it's time to find out what's been happening on the World Wide Web with our resident net expert this week. Just for you, she's sifted through more filth than a Louisiana shrimper. Yes, please welcome Andi Osho.
All right. So, what's weird on the web this week? Well, a monkey has escaped from Edinburgh Zoo, right? That's the monkey. It's not this monkey. Although it could be this monkey. They all look the same to me. Oh, racist. But, you know, to be fair, the park keepers should have been suspicious when they heard the monkeys going, ha, ha. Letting bits of soil fall out the bottom of his trousers as he's walking around. But I mean, this monkey has been on the run for days, do you know what I mean? How come they haven't been able to find the monkey in Scotland? Where's it gonna go to blend in, apart from Weatherspoons? Is there a local guy going, hey, David, who's that rather sophisticated young man sitting in the corner, drinking a pint of heavy from a teacup? And the monk will be there going, a good day to you, sir. Rather clement this time of year, don't you find? I know what's happened. The monkey's gone back to Africa. But it'd be so hard for it to just sort of adjust, having been brought up in Scotland. He'd probably be there going, hey, you, hey, Mufasa. Any chance of deep frying those bananas? But look, to be fair to the zookeepers, you can't practice what to do in the event of a monkey escaping. Or can you? Every year, a Japanese zoo does a drill on practicing how to recapture animals, right? I promise you, this is an actual clip of footage of one of the drills that they do. Have a look at this. There you go, run away, yeah. You don't want to be mauled by an out-of-work actor. Oh! Ooh. Yeah, milk it, mate. There we go. 3 years at RADA, not wasted. All right, so this week on the web, housewife Brenda Parks, here she is. Poor Brenda, she was conned out of £60,000 by a man she met on an internet dating site. She was conned by this guy who claimed to be a Dutch businessman called Bradford Broadcoal. Typical Dutch name, right? But her suspicions should have probably been raised when they had their first phone call and he was on the end of the phone going, yes, I'm wearing clogs, I'm cycling my bike, I'm very upset about this footballing cop, damn Howard Webb, and I'm Dutch, I'm not Nigerian at all, at all, at all. See, this would never happen the other way around, right? You would never get an English guy conning a Nigerian woman out of money. Nigerian women are way too savvy about money. Like, they love haggling, right? You could say to a Nigerian woman, okay, that's £2, please. She'd say, okay, darling, what I'm going to do is make you an offer. £1.50. And you say, no, you say, no, it's £2. You say, okay, that one was a joke. £1. And you say, no, it's £2. You say, okay, this is going to be my last offer to you, okay? 50 pence. And you say, no, it's £2, and actually, you're holding up the whole bus. Nigerian women also, they always point with their lips at stuff. I don't know what. Always do that. And when they get really good at it, they can talk at the same time. Like, my mum does it all the time. She's like, move this one, I'll put it here. So that's it for another week. That's been my week on the web. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Good night.
Still to come, we've got Bez in the chair and our special guest, Mr. Tom Stade. Stand up for the week where it's time now to welcome a brave or a foolish soul to take their place in our chair. We are, of course, in the middle of festival season, that great British tradition of dancing to live music whilst taking shitloads of drugs in a field. Yeah. And so who better to pay tribute to a man whose entire career is dancing to live music while taking shitloads of drugs in a field or anywhere else that the Happy Mondays decide to play. Please make him welcome tonight, the legend that is Ben! Okay, Bez, thanks for coming. You know how this works. I pay tribute to you for a couple of minutes, and then you get 30 seconds to reply, okay?
Yeah.
All right? Your 2 minutes starts now. Bez, it's great to have you here because everyone loves you, yes? Whenever people see you in the street, Bez, they stop him and say, "Hi, Bez," to which Bez always replies, "Of course I'm fucking high, I'm Bez." When people look at Bez, they say, "Doesn't he look tired?" But let's be honest, if you hadn't slept since 1986, you'd be knackered as well. Bez can only be described as a distinctive-looking man. He's so thin and off his tits that some people now actually believe that Keith Richards may have fucked Karen Carpenter. Some people say that Bez is actually no talent, but I disagree. If you can dance beside Sean Ryder and still be known as the one that's off your tits, that's a feat in itself. Yeah. Bez once admitted a plan to smuggle drugs into the Big Brother house. But with Michael Barrymore as a housemate, he realised that there was actually no orifice that would be safe. And of course, who can forget his legendary appearance on Dictionary Corner in Countdown, yes? The week when all the E's went missing from the vial box. Yes, he's done more chopping up than Fred West. He's battered more He's been battered more times than Rabsy Nesbitt's dinner, and he's been stoned more times than an unfaithful Iranian wife. Not long now, Bez. Thankfully, though, they've now released an entire DVD of the Happy Mondays career, which is good for Bez because he now gets to know what the fuck he's been doing for the last 25 years. Yes. You've survived it, Bez. Come on, give it up one more time for Bez. And now...
You know what Patrick reminds me of? A quaver. A little bit cheesy, but it's all right. Yeah, man.
Cheers, fella. One more time. Get up for Bez. There you go. Okay. As you know, folks, this is a topical comedy show torn from the week's headlines. However, every week there's just one act that can't be arsed to read the papers. Thankfully, though, he can be arsed to make you laugh. Please welcome Mr. Tom Stade.
Thank you. Fucking wow. Bez. Fucking yeah. Now, I go out to a little place called Afghanistan. Yeah, man.
I go out there and I go and do shows for like British troops and shit, right? We're out in the middle of a desert, okay? And I don't even know if you guys from London know what a desert is. I mean, how could you? You live in London. But it's sand. And it's hot. And what grows in hot sand? Evil. Right. That's why we're out there, to kill it. Because nobody likes evil. Have you ever seen evil? No. If you did, you'd want to kill it. And sometimes the evil is called the Taliban. Now, what do the Taliban believe in? They believe in sacred shit. Taliban believe in shit like sandals and beards and keeping their women stupid, okay? And there's a little piece of me that's okay with that. Yeah, like my dad always said, nothing wrong with a bimbo, son. Then my mom would just laugh and chew her gum. We're out there to fight terrorism. Because you gotta fight terrorism, ladies and gentlemen. Because terrorism is winning. Terrorism has changed our way of life. We are scared of shit that we were never scared of before. Shit like, and I'm gonna say it, and don't anybody freak out, unattended luggage. Shit's scary, man. I'm in the TK Maxx in the luggage section. I'm fucking losing it, man. I'm like taking hostages and shit and going, somebody will stand here and watch this luggage before we all die. Unattended luggage, man. What the hell happened to good people of England? 10 years ago, if you saw unattended luggage, you do the decent thing and take it. Chicken shits. 10 years, you'd be excited that somebody left their luggage. You wouldn't even care who the hell left their luggage. You'd be like that woman in a burqa and a beard just left her luggage. You'd be like, all right, you got some luggage. You wouldn't think there was a fucking bomb in there. You'd be guessing. You'd be like, maybe it's got spices. Shit. There's some guy on a train going, fuck, I left my spice bag behind. Shit, no. Oh, my food's gonna be bland. Fuck, man, what are we having tonight? Just rice. Fuck yeah, man. Now you leave your spice bag behind, it could get destroyed. They'd be like, fuck, is that a bomb? I don't know, it's a good smelling bomb, I'll tell you that. Yeah, man, but we're not stupid people. We know what terrorists look like. I mean, if you've been to the airport, you know exactly what a terrorist looks like. If you've been to the airport through security, because we got a crack security team there, and we know 3 things about terrorists. Number 1, terrorists like to wear big metal belts. Terrorist belts. That's why you gotta take your belt off. Make sure it's just to hold your trousers up belt. You can't tell the difference anymore. Number 2, we know terrorists like to wear big shoes. Keep their bombs in. And third, and most important thing we know about terrorists is they like to drink liquid. Mm-hmm. Yep, terrorists drink liquid. Lots of it. Over 100 mils. Because they're thirsty. They're carrying their palms around. So if you see a guy with a big metal belt, big shoes, drinking lots of liquid, kill him. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you for having me here.
Come on, hold like that, Dave. Mr. Tom Stade, yeah. Okay, folks, that's it for this week. We'll be back with more stand-up for the week. Next week, I'm Patrick Kielty. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you. Cheers.
Americans like, I've earned my diabetes, you bastard. I'll pay for it myself, fuckface. Don't tell me if I can be fat or not, you fat fucking fat fuck. I'm fat. I want a kidney. Well, you're not getting one. Give me a kidney. No, you can't have one. Well, fuck. 98% of Americans will not sign an organ donor card because they don't want to give up their body parts, because their version of heaven is so literal that they don't want to spend half the afterlife running around trying to fucking reassemble themselves like some Mr. Potato Head, right?